It is the 2025 gag grouper season, and we only have 2 weeks to target these fish. This is going to be the ultimate guide on how to target them. We're first going to dive into what fishing rig you should use, then we're going to show you how to start out on each fishing spot. I'm going to show you how to find the spots by using Strike Line Hard Bottom HD. Then we're going to dive into 2 different techniques like bottom fishing and trolling. Let's dive into this video, show you how to catch gag groupers, and hopefully limit it out for yourself.
Alright guys, it is the 2025 gag season. I'm going to show you how we start off on a spot. So I'm going to start out with some 80-pound leader here, tie it up, and then I have a fish finder rig that I'm using. So I'm using an 8-ounce sinker. I have a swivel and a bead to protect the knot. Then take about 4 to 5 feet of leader, and now you have a nice fish finder rig, is what we call it, that you can target the gags. So the next step when you get to a spot, you're gonna want to start with dead bait. So we have frozen sardines here. So we make sure to take one. And I make sure to break the tail off of these. And then you want to hook it just right down the head. And now it won't butterfly on the way down. Now throw it in, and now we're gonna drop this to the bottom. I'm using 80-pound leader, 80-pound braid, then we have an 80-pound top shot. So once we're on bottom, normally the grunts or whatever little snapper will start biting it, or red grouper, as I'm just getting bites now. Or sometimes the little smaller gags grab it. Like right here, this is either a grunt or it could be a mango. Or a small gag. So a lot of times when you get the spots, you might start out with a small gag, a small mango, a small red grouper, and eventually you're gonna work your way up to a bigger fish. Get him in, then can throw this in for chum. We also have some greenbacks, so I'm gonna chum these in. Maybe get some of these fish coming up. And then after dropping about 3 to 4 dead baits, I'm not too patient on it, then you switch to live bait, and that's when you're gonna be after your targeted species, which is gag grouper. But chumming and getting all this dead bait in the water will get them all attracted in one area, and they're gonna be curious. They're not gonna shut down right when you drop a live bait down, and then the biggest gag in the area gets taken. So now we're starting with the dead bait again, on bottom. And I make sure to have a 2-speed reel here, so I can press this button down and it goes into low gear, so it's easier to reel up. So I like to tail hook my baits. I think it makes them more frantic, or they're trying to swim up off the bottom. So I'm gonna tail hook this fish. Drop them down. And then now that I'm switching to live bait, I'm gonna make sure I'm in low gear here. So just press that button down. Now I'm in low gear. Oh, he just got bit. So that was a little fish that came up and grabbed him. So now I'm gonna drop it to him. Oh, just got thumped. Just got thumped there. Sometimes all it takes is 1 or 2 gags hitting, and then you can get a little frenzy going. So this is still small, not what we're after here, but not a bad upgrade. Maybe throw in some extra sardines here. Reese has a good fish. What did it eat?
A frozen bean.
Dead bait again?
Again.
How big are you thinking? another good one. We got you in the rock a little bit. Solid gag. He has like a rash.
Yeah.
Nice gag right there. So after Reese just caught that gag, that's a good one. We're gonna drop down one of my favorite baits, a pigfish, for them. So if they're in a frenzy mode right now, this could get epic. All right, we just hit bottom. Oh. Ooh, this is a good one. Ooh. This is a good gag right here. Nothing crazy, but not a bad one. Oh, he is surging.
I think it
Is it?
Yeah.
It's
super slow.
Reese just got smoked. Not giant, but
No, but he hit it like one.
Reese just got another one.
He hit it like he was a tank.
He'd almost be a keeper. He probably is a keeper. But we will let him go today. Nice one. Alright guys, we are live chumming right now, which is something I don't get to do too much for gags. Alright, we have a spot tail going down. Alright, we're on bottom. Just got messed with. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah, mono's popping.
That mono was popping. So I'm using my leg as leverage here to fight this guy, but this is probably high 20s. But good fish. Oh, red grouper. It's a good quality red grouper. Let him go.
Yeah,
So this is probably a 22 inch red grouper. You know what we do with these guys? I will let this guy go. Good one? Yeah, it's a nice one. Keeper. So there is a bunch of ledge right there. There is it on the fish finder. And then that is what we're gonna fish for gags. So this is hard bottom ledge area, and that is some ledge. So this is Strike Line's hard bottom HD right here. So you can see a ledge. So this is basically what you'd be pulling up to. So how it is showing like that, you would pull up to this no matter the depth, and then you're gonna have pothole areas, flat hard bottom, so everything will show different. This would be more flat hard bottom, a ledge, or a hard rocky area is gonna have that hard return like it was before. For gag season, you can use code MVP20 and get 20% off the Strike Line's chart so you can find your own ledges.
Now we're going to cover how to troll for a gag grouper. This is a great technique in Tampa Bay, or if you're in around 50 to 60 feet of water targeting hogfish and gag groupers are open, you can troll for them with some trolling plugs. We are using Rapala 40 plugs. We're trolling around 5 to 6 miles an hour. You can go faster or you can go slower, depending on the depth of water you are in. And we're using 80 to 60 pound leader, and we are letting out around 100 to 150 yards of line at a time to make sure that these plugs get to the proper depth in order to catch these gags. My assumption is when you're trolling these plugs, there's about 4 to 10 gags that are following them at a time, and then one will choose to hit it. And when we stop the boat sometimes and crank really hard, the rod that is hooked up, and then another one reeling in, they will hook up as well. So there's a lot of fish that get attracted when trolling. So let's dive into this technique.
Mine does too. We're doubled up here.
I might have just got 8. I think I just got sharp.
Really? Yeah. Reese might have just got shark for extra long.
Oh, spit it.
You still feel the fish?
Yeah, something like that. I saw my happening.
Still alive? Reese's was just grabbed. I just got one there. He's short. Said his was decent. It's a good one, right? That's decent.
Doesn't even look like anything had them though.
Maybe a Goliath grabbed him.
I don't know. Watch your feet.
Reese's is a decent one.
I don't know what happened.
That's a good one. And then mine's a short. Alright, you're good. Alright guys, we're out here trolling for gag grouper. We have 2 in the boat. We're going over the rocks now. Oh, missed it. Reese just got hit. I got one on. Now we're doubled up. So we let the boat pull him away from the rocks, then I can slow it down a little bit. So we're doubled up right now. Gave up. That's a keeper, I think.
Mine was foul.
Alright, so I just landed mine on the plug. Reese got, no, yours is probably not keeper.
Yours is.
Yeah, this one's probably 26.
Yeah, look at that.
Treble hooks. He's 3 hooked in the mouth. So when dealing with these grouper plugs, you want to be really careful because You do not want to get hooked by it and it be attached to the fish. So let's get this guy undone. All right, we have 3 gags and we are trolling. All right, we're now going over some rock. Seems like a good one. I have like a lizard fish. Oh, I think it's a decent one. That's a good one. It's like a 30 or close. There's Reese's gag. That's a good one. Now that's the size rafter right there. Not that size. There's Reese's gag. That's a good one right there. It's like a 30. So another thing I recommend during gag grouper season is make sure you have a good way to communicate back to land. So I always have 3 to 4 forms of communication. The first major one is an e-burp. So this can send an electronic signal to Coast Guard if you're having an issue. Highly recommend picking up an e-burp. The next thing would be a satellite texter. So I either have a Spot X or a Garmin InReach. And then the last thing I have is a sat phone. So I have a satellite cell phone so I can call back to land and you can talk to someone, or you could get Starlink for your boat, but a satellite cell phone and a satellite texter are highly recommended. And then a requirement is, I would say, make sure to have an e-burp on your boat. How is it going, everyone? Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and it was really nice to get out there and target gag groupers again, that we were able to keep them. Now this is a short 14-day season, and hopefully we keep getting longer seasons as these years go on. But I made sure to get you guys an exclusive discount, 20% off of Strike Line's charts that expires on the 14th. So make sure to take advantage, use code MVP20 and get your 20% off. And if you're watching this after September 14th, you can use code GROUPERMVP and you can still get 10% off your charts. Makes it really simple to find new spots. Now I was able to get out 3 times so far this season. We limited out each time. The bite has been really good on trolling, it's been really good on live bait, and the dead bait bite has been surprisingly good. I was not able to get out deep this year as I've wanted to. Our big boat was having a wiring issue, so we could not get out there. And the day we wanted to go, my buddies were able to get out and it was blowing 20 miles an hour and it was 4 to 6 foot seas. So I guess it was good that we didn't get out there because our boat would have not been able to handle that stuff. But make sure to stay tuned. We're going to be hopefully getting out again one more time this season, but we did get out this Saturday with Ryan Morey. So make sure to stay tuned for that video, and I will see y'all next time. And hopefully we can get on some good wintertime red snapper fishing or get into some hogfish and target some other species as well.